Saba just dropped another 2-pack of songs. This time the two are Ziplock and Rich Don't Stop. I mean, it's been a while since we've got a project from Saba, and he's been doing these 2-packs every couple months, so maybe it's album time soon. Who knows? Well, Saba knows. We'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, we're going to go bar for bar and break down Ziplock. Before I get into the breakdown, in the description, I have a link to new merch. Half the profits for the merch are going to go directly to supporting the farmers' protest in India. So please support if you can. It's greatly appreciated. Alright, so Ziplock starts off with his first verse. I was in West Oakland, California, when I found out about a piece of me. All this solitude around, I'm starting to see when I'm alone, the shit I think. I come from the part of town not talked about, but talk you outline if you blink. I can't go outside today, that shine will fade, and that go along with my peace. He actually starts off the song a little bit more, I guess, sing-songy, like kind of with a certain cadence. I just can't match it, so I'm not even going to try. But he was apparently in West Oakland, like down the street. But, you know, just, he was in West Oakland when he found out a piece about himself. So whatever he was doing then, whatever experience, whatever happened there, he learned something more about himself. And now I think the solitude around him, which is likely due to the pandemic and lockdown and all that, he's starting to see all the things that he thinks about when he's alone. He's saying he's from the part of town not talked about, but chalk your outline if you think, or if you blink. So it's dangerous, basically, is what he's trying to say. Where he's from is dangerous, in his words at least. Like you can get gunned down, and if you blink, you can get outlined in chalk. And he's not gonna go outside today, or he can't go outside today. That shine will fade, so the sunshine will fade, and that go along with his piece. His piece meaning his jewelry, his gun, his words. They'll all fade eventually. All these energies and entities and people that just want shit from me. I can't make this up. The luxuries of being broke as fuck, being escaping. Not to sound ungrateful about the blessings, but my best days are all in my past. I've been working like a slave, I'm proud to say. Now, little bitch, I'm in my bag. Hey. So there's a bunch of people that want something from him. Like, these energies, meaning the universe, wants things from him. These entities being people, I guess corporations, big stuff other than just individuals. Like, something bigger than him, they want something from him, and then just people around him want something from him too. And I think that's kind of expected at this point in his career, I would say, because he is, you know, he's one of those popular rapper dudes. And he's treating his, like, back when he was broke, as a luxury. Like, it was kind of an escape, like, and that thing is getting away from him now, because he's, I mean, not broke as fuck anymore, obviously, but I mean, that makes sense, because when you start to gain attention, whether it be from money, from whatever it is you do, you can't really go back to your normal life, or like the things that you used to do, because people are gonna stop you. Like, you can't just go grocery shopping as Saba, because people are gonna be like, hey, aren't you Saba? Like, it's weird. Like, people are weird, you know? So, I get it. Yes, he may sound ungrateful here, because he's taking these luxuries as a negative thing, but, you know, he's just saying his best days were in his past. Like, those things that he enjoyed, his good days are behind him. Well, in that sense. Because now clearly he's in his bag. This then goes into the chorus. And it ain't a Ziplock when I got a wristwatch. Cop will never respond anytime I risk my life. Clocking out at TikTok, watch it all on TikTok. I'm willing to bet it all, I'm willing to risk my life. And it ain't a Ziplock when I got a wristwatch. Cop will never respond anytime I risk my life. Clocking out at TikTok, watching all on TikTok. I'm willing to bet it all, I'm willing to risk my life. It ain't a Ziplock. Like, you know, it ain't a little baggie. These are screws, by the way. If you saw the thumbnail and thought it was something else, these are screws. But you know, like it ain't a Ziplock. It's he took what he made from whatever it is that he's doing now and got a wristwatch. It ain't from a Ziplock. He didn't have to sell baggies to get a wristwatch. He's in music. He's clocking out at TikTok, clocks go TikTok. Watch it all on TikTok. TikTok is very popular, honestly. But I think he's talking about all these things that are happening. Just check it out on TikTok, because that's apparently a source for news now and people doing things. It's wild. I didn't expect any of that, honestly, myself. This then goes into the second verse. I was in Bronx, New York when I decided this is the type of life that I live. I make sacrifices. What the fuck you writing for? You do not give. I got right back on my feet. I fell face first the first time. I'll admit I did. Took a couple years for me to feel like I did not fall upon deaf ears. He is following the same idea as the first verse. This time he is in the Bronx. So when he was in the Bronx, he, realized that this is the type of life I'd live. And now I'm starting to think, who was he hanging out with in West Oakland and the Bronx? Was he hanging out with Wabdad in Oakland and maybe Coda in Bronx? That wouldn't be surprising, honestly, but hey, who knows? He makes sacrifices. What the fuck are you writing for? He's questioning himself. These sacrifices that he's making are to get to the life that he wants to live. And he's still writing because this is his passion. This is what he wants to do. But people are asking him, yo, what the fuck you writing for? Bro, you ain't going nowhere. Or he's gotten to a point where people are yo, why are you still writing? You good now. And he does make it clear that, he's fallen on his face before. But he gets right back up on his feet. Which is really meant to be more of a, inspiration for listeners. I fell on my face too. Sometimes you just got to get back up and try again. And it took him a while to feel like he didn't fall on deaf ears, which to me made it sound like when he first started coming out, people weren't really listening to him. But as time progressed and as he gained a lot of popularity, he probably still didn't recognize that people were listening to him. So I guess now he's at the point where he's people are actually checking me out. That's what's up. Guys want to wait, but I call that fear. At least I got a place for if all else fails. Dude, I went on a date. I told her call that lift. I told her lose my line and don't call back here. People want to wait, but he calls that fear. Yeah, sometimes you got to take risks. Sometimes you got to just move. Sometimes you just got to do something to make something happen. Yes, you want to wait sometimes because you don't know what's going to happen. I get that. I'm the same way sometimes. But ultimately you have to be nah, fuck it. This is what I'm doing. I gotta do this. Fuck it. Let's do this. But at least he has somewhere to land in case everything fails. So I guess he's saying also I understand that I'm in a lucky situation where if whatever I'm trying to do fails, I at least I'm straight. I don't know about y'all though. And apparently he went on a date and it did not go well. So he told her to ditch his number. Yeah, I'm about to lose my mind. I got all that care. They listen to me rhyme and can't hold back tears. Gamble on a life, but it won't be fair. Trade it all for some sand and a beach chair. He's about to lose his mind. But he has all that care. Which is also kind of in reference to his last album. But yeah, he's there's a lot of stuff on his mind. I get it. But he has to keep reminding himself that people care about him. So, it's a hard thing to balance sometimes. They listen to me rhyme and can't hold back tears. Music touches people in different ways. Some people are more affected than others with certain lyrics because that's kind of what music is. Music is meant to be, to me, an artist expressing themselves in some way. Whether or not you relate to it, whatever. But if you do happen to relate to it, you're probably going to have a similar reaction, especially if it was something that has affected you in a very hard way or in a way that affects you to the core. But in the end, he would trade it all for some sand and a beach chair. It kind of sounds like it almost sounds like he wants to retire here, but in my mind, I think it's more just that he's saying there's all these things happening and there's so many people who are looking for me and so many people who want things from me. I'm about to just say, you know what, screw all y'all, I'm gonna just go on a beach somewhere and chill. And again, that is something that makes a lot of sense because if you go back to one of his previous lines, he's got people looking for him or asking for him, and it gets tiring. It just gets tiring. So he's just like, nah, man, I'm out. This then goes back into the chorus, and then the song ends. The chorus is exactly the same as before. This song was dope. I actually really enjoyed this track. I think I liked it a little bit more than Rich Don't Stop. That's me personally, just because of the instrumental. It felt more jazzy. And Saba just does well on these sorts of beats, so I enjoyed it. To me, it really just sounds like, I don't know, like with the title of the song, you would assume that it's something related to preserving something or, selling things in Ziploc bags. But actually, I guess preserving does make a little bit of sense because it's him just talking about these things that has happened in his life. But it could very well just be he's taking all these things and his emotions and either putting them into the Ziploc bag or opening the Ziploc bag and getting all these emotions out. If you're going off of each individual verse, the first Ziploc bag or first, like, it's almost like a Pandora's box for him. Like, these are all the things that he's tucked away. But with the first verse, or first bag, I guess, these are all these things that are, like, going through his mind when he's talking about West Oakland and the things that he's realized while he was in West Oakland. Plus, he ended it with, bitch, I'm in my bag. And then with the second one, where he's talking about the Bronx, like, he is just airing these things out. Like, he talks about his successes and how, like, the road to where he is, basically, because not everyone is successful right out of the gate. That's very rare. That it takes time. So he's letting you know, yo, sometimes you gotta fall on your face. And then he also talks about this person that he went on a date with, and date was trash, apparently. He's in different bags, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. He's just in a different bag for each verse. I think it's more of just him talking about particular things that he just wanted to get out there. I don't know about y'all, but I mean, when I was younger, people, like, we would just keep things in Ziploc bags, like, rather than containers and stuff. So to me, that's kind of what it was. Like, you have all these things that they're somewhat related. They remind you of something, or, they're just toys. And you just have them in a Ziploc bag because, that's just organization. Makes sense to me. So maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. Only person who does know is Saba. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of this track. Also, let me know if I missed anything or misinterpreted anything with these lyrics. Also, let me know what your thoughts on the title is. Like, maybe that has some relation to the verses. I mean, usually it does. I just can't exactly pinpoint it this time around. It could also just been part of the chorus and it sounded good. That's a very solid option as well. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what you thought. Also, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns like this. The Rich Don't Stop one will be coming very shortly after this one. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.